And welcome to another Sengoku Jidai battle. We have the Aoi versus Akai, which is blue versus red, so identical lists, 1583 to 1590. So this is pretty much at the height of the Warring States era, and our Ashigaru are warriors instead of the medium foot we get later. Let's take a look at the field. So I'll be deploying down here. I've got a nice hill, although unfortunately he's got nice hills too. We've got a big forest in between. It's kind of awkward. We'll still want to occupy this, and then we'll probably want to find a way to assault from one side or the other. 566 points left. I'll want Teppo Ashigaru and archers. Do I want this large unit? I think I do. Yari Samurai and Yari Ashigaru. 118 points left. Probably want to grab some monks to toss into this forest. 34 points remaining. Maybe I should have got... that's alright. Alright, 34 points. What can I do with that? Maybe I should have considered getting a unit of cavalry. What would I have to give up to make that happen, though? Give up one of these units of archers, that's fine. Go for the smaller superior unit rather than the larger average unit. And yeah, that'll do. We'll deploy pretty simply, and the direction we go will just depend on his deployment. Alright, and deployment. Right. See what our commands are. Did bring cavalry, so okay, that command should probably take this right wing with all this open space. Although it also has a lot of missiles and forest fighters. Might just have to accept that our cavalry is away from its command then. Keep it casual. Next turn. See that deployment. I wonder, it'll either be this hill or this hill. I mean, I suppose it could be both. Both. Where does it move, though? Right then. Dump missile troops in the wood here, and then I'm going to get our non-spear melee infantry ready to close into this forest. We'll extend our line a little bit into the open. If he sends too many troops this way, we can always pull back or send in reinforcements. Very good. Next turn. Fall back a tile out of archery range from that forest. And keep getting our forest fighters ready for the push. Cavalry there. So who knows what hidden in here. We'll have to be cautious. I think when we advance, we'll want to make sure to push into here and over this crest simultaneously. Although what's awkward is we'll need to get some more spearmen over here to match that, because I have too many missiles and not enough melee there. Something like that. Next turn. That could be a problem. Elite cavalry. Well armored too. Let's continue to extend our line. And wheel about. This is a bit iffy. Leaves my missile troops kind of exposed, but that's alright. Okay, 3 units approaching. We have 5 to counter. Not going to worry about it. And we'll get our spears forward here. Right, we can hope to break into this rough ground with our missile troops, but he might beat me there if he's got men hidden in here. It's quite possible. We're going to take the bait if it is bait. Next turn. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hello. There we go. Yeah, the archers, I'm not really worried about them. This way we can either fire this way or move and fire this way. Alright, question being, do I attempt to seize this hill? 2, 3. This is a bit aggressive for my taste, but can't always be a coward. We'll just push. Probably not the greatest idea, but we're just going to do it. We'll hold here. Alright, next turn. Good. How many more men are in here? Ah! On the first volley. It's unfortunate. There's no good options here, unfortunately. Yeah, this whole assault up this hill is a terrible idea. Oh well, lock them in. We're too committed now to change our minds, so it's what it is. Can just zone of control lock this unit, cover our flank. Do I want to get a volley off here or on them? Probably lose this unit, but that's not a big deal. Can at least not threaten this flank because we're locked in. That's right. I guess you're going to be absorbing bullets for us. A valuable service, to be sure. Yeah, this is dumb. But I guess this is hurting Gentleman Ranker as much as this is going to hurt me, so we'll kind of wreck each other's hillsides and then kind of wheel around and slug it out in the forest or something. Next turn. Good. Uphill, so that was a risk for him. We're gonna have to close with that unit before we get broken. It's actually good that he fell back. We can gain the crest of this hill, which we desperately need to do. Yep, get in there. Might actually be worth this, even though it's very risky. If there's more troops in here, these spearmen will get cut to shreds. We're gonna get cut to shreds. Well, nothing for it. That's interesting. Well, see where it leads. Downhill and raw. So this is all going well, but this, on the other hand, I'm not so enamored of. We need to get medium. We need to get missile troops in this forest, ideally. Okay, spears to the fore. Our numbers will have to tell. He's got quality on us. 3 units of Yeti Samurai to our 2, but we've got lots of support. Next turn. Too bad. If we held firm, it wouldn't have been a big deal. That's very unfortunate. This unit being raw, I'm concerned it'll frag when this unit breaks and start a chain reaction. And this is bad because we're severely disordered and they're only moderately disordered. Plus 25 for spearmen. Now that's interesting. Interesting. So of course normally it would be plus 100, but I guess when severely disordered they still get 25, which I did not know. That is a horrendous fight. All we can do is hope that we hold on for a little bit. He'll charge. Hopefully we'll hold firm and fall back, or at least only disrupt before we fall back. Of course. Cover that flank. Oh no. That's ugly. We're fragged, which means we won't even waste. We unfortunately have to waste this unit's time or fall back and risk a disruption. So break them and then hopefully stop pursuing when we hit the forest. Maybe? Good. So next turn we can turn, and then the turn after that we can see what we can do. Meanwhile, keep pouring in the lead. Yeah, not loving this so far. Next turn. Duel? Oh no! That could cost us. Too bad. You fall back. Didn't even disrupt. Good. Yes. Fall of our general was very unfortunate. Hold firm and rally. Very good. Damn. Wanted this unit to break. It might be time. Can only hope that this unit doesn't immediately collapse into flight. Good. We'll either engage this unit in the open or try to push past depending on what he does. He could charge, which will be too bad, but that would free us up to push this way. It's looking quite bad though because my best units are disrupted. And we're going to lose this unit as well. Grim. Next turn. Yeah. That could help. Do you hold? So far, yes. Good. That is crucial. Auto brakes. Good, it's a small size unit, so it's vulnerable to that sort of thing. See them off. We're able to cross the zone of control because we were pursuing. Lucked out. Very good. I'm tempted to charge here, but if they break... Oh, well, even frag, they're not likely to break. I was going to say, if they break, our archers could pursue into the enemy's rear, but perhaps I am better off just forcing the issue. A disruption, good. In we go. We'll face off in the rough here. I will not charge. His cavalry are elite to my superior, and they're better armored. We'll just sit here and lock them in. Get that flank attack in. Only disrupted. Unfortunate. Break them. And what? If we hold here, we could set up to get a flank attack. Otherwise, I think I want these Teppo to start pushing through the forest to the aid of the other flank if possible. Alright, onward. Okay, and the final turn, I did actually try to record this before and screwed it up, so take two, spoiler alert, I win. Cue applause. That would have been useful had this gone on. I was hoping for a flank pursuit into one of these units, but I don't think, yeah, it didn't quite end up happening. Poor Sohei unit here finally gets auto-broken. But that unit's a perfect example of when you have a disrupted or fragged unit, chuck it in the woods, and it'll lose slowly because everybody else will be disordered. In terms of overall battle strategy, I think Gentleman Ranker really didn't need to advance up against my hill into my matchlockman at all. I think he could have just thrown a smattering of Naginata and sword-armed troops in the forest to cut down any of my matchlockmen that I sent in and seize this height. So he could have slugged it out in the woods and over the hill. That would have presented me with considerable difficulty. He kind of held back here when I thought he would advance forward to push downhill because he didn't quite have the numbers. Although, if these two units of matchlockmen had moved out with the spearmen, I think he could have had the numbers to take this hill and then charge down it. Especially if he hadn't committed troops over here, he would have had the numbers. It's possible that if I'd seen that, I would have simply lined some missile troops here and then extended a line into the open, and we could have slugged it out in the open instead. As for the freak charge of my archers here, that was not at all planned. I mean, I know that kind of thing is possible because pursuers ignore zone of control, but that was too convoluted for me to really intend to do, although I have seen things like it happen once in a while before. I think, though, even had that not happened, the tide was turning in my favor. I was going to start cleaning up everyone left over here, and after that, combined with the few rallies from my men that I kept in reserve, it was only really a matter of time before everything sort of collapsed anyway. So, a good game to Gentleman Ranker, and until next time.